Hello, this is Ben.
And I'm Ann.
We are the founders of E&I Paint. My sister and I are very excited to be collaborating with you online and share the craft that has been in our family for as long as we can remember. If you haven't already done so, please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at E&I Paint, where you will be updated on our collection and upcoming events.
We hope you received our paint kits or have sourced your own supplies. In any case, last minute work has to be done. Please see the short list of recommended items. We typically work on a 16 by 20 canvas, but any size can actually work. We have 3 common brushes: a blending brush or a wash brush. This covers large parts of the canvas and can blend too. This is a flat brush. A number 4 or a number 6. This is great for wide strokes or where you want a lot of paint. And finally, a liner brush. A number 0 or 1. This is great for fine details in your artwork. Acrylic paint. The primary colors: red, blue, yellow, and for shading purposes, we're gonna add black and white. We didn't mention that we need a palette, a cloth, water cup filled 3/4 with warm water. Before you start any painting, I'd like to give you guys some housekeeping tips. First, make sure that your brushes are always clean when changing color. Secondly, you should always have clean water. Change your water often. Third, acrylic paints dry out really fast, so make sure that once you use them, they are completely sealed and airtight. Clean your brushes with warm water at the end of your session if you would like to keep them. In this tutorial, we will be painting the rainbow. In our E&I paint kit, you should have an outline of the rainbow and your name if you requested to personalize it. Keep in mind that the colors you choose are completely optional. If you want it more masculine, simply substitute the pink with the blue. We're gonna start with the outer arches and make our way to the middle. And at last, we will add in the sparkles. To mix our first color, we're gonna make pink. To make pink, you need a little bit of white, small amount of red. Take some water and mix your colors. And then start to fill in the first arch of the rainbow. Now that we have completed our first arch, we're gonna move on to the polka dots. I used our medium-sized brush for the first arch, but for our second texture, we're actually gonna use the small brush. We're going to make the same pink, but I wanna make it just a little bit darker. Add a little bit of more red into your pink and a little bit of more water. Have a generous amount of paint onto your brush and simply fill in the circles by dabbing in circular motions. Now that we have completed our circles, we're gonna mix in the second arch from the middle, a very light pink. To make light pink, you simply add more white into my pink and a little bit of water and fill it in. Now our next step is to draw this arch red or a very dark pink. To make a very dark pink, you simply add more red to the mix and a dab of water and then just outline it. Now we have actually completed our painting part of the tutorial. We're gonna move on and add the transparent glue into this arch, fill it in, and then after that, we're gonna add and fill in the arch in the middle, and then finally into your desired name. You should have received a container with your transparent glue. To fill in this arch, we're actually gonna use our medium-sized brush by taking in some glue and filling in between the lines. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill in the middle part as well. And then before we are finished with the glue, we're gonna use a small size brush to fill in your name. Now that we have completed our glue, you should have received a container with the sparkles. We're gonna fill in all the parts that have glue with some sparkles. Now that we have our sparkles in, give it a minute and then take your canvas outside and dust it off. After dusting off my canvas, I realized there are some parts that require a little bit more glue and more sparkles. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. This concludes our tutorial. If you want to use your brushes again, make sure to wash them with warm water. Give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook at UNI Paint and tag us with your final masterpiece. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial and thank you for using UNI Paint.